The book of Isaiah, chapter 41 and verse 10. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee. Yeah, I will help thee. Yeah, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to start off as always by giving all praise, all honor, all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai. And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the elect out there, whoever you might be. And shalom to the 144,000. It's the brother Amawan Padah from the GMS Denver camp, coming at you with another lesson. It's going to be in response to a dream that I had. Now, dreams are spiritual, okay? Especially those that are sent from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And you know which ones those are, all right? Because some dreams are just folly and, just nonsense. You might have ate a bad sandwich or whatever before you went to sleep. But nah, you know when the dreams are sent from a higher power, all right? The power being Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And the latest dream that I had is a dream in which I was in the wilderness, okay? I don't know how I got there. But I was in the wilderness and I looked off into the distance and I saw a bear, okay? And I'm looking off into the distance and I see a bear. Bears are huge, right? And I'm like, wow, check that out. But it was kind of far away, so I wasn't really tripping too hard. I kept my eye on it, but I wasn't afraid at that point. And then I look behind me and I see bear cubs, running around me. All right where I'm standing at. And I'm looking at the bear cubs. Then I say, oh shit, maybe that's the mother bear over there. And I look up into the distance and I see the bear noticing her cubs around me. Next thing I know, this bear starts charging me from about a football field away, starts charging me. I'm like, oh shit. If you ever seen a bear move, it's very intimidating, man. Extremely intimidating. And at that point, I began to run. And as I'm running, I call on the Lord. I say, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, help me. And I'm running from the bear, and the bear is gaining on me. And I ended up, I was afraid at that point. I ended up running and jumping off of a cliff to escape that bear. And then I woke up. All right, so at first I was puzzled by that dream. It was a couple of days ago. I was like, what the hell was that? But then I thought about it. And when I woke up, I was like upset because I should have just stood my ground instead of running away from that big ass bear, because Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is there to help us. And I was thinking about that all day, and I'm still thinking about it to this day. And then I see a video from one of the elders of GMS Dallas talking about this same topic. I'm like, yo, this has got to be a message from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to his elect. All right, Lord willing, we be of that number. He's telling us not to fear, because Jacob's trouble is like that bear running at us. All right. Esau, Edom coming in like a flood. The whole world turning against us is overwhelming. It's a frightful thing to the average person. But we're not average, man. We have Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai on our side. And without further ado, I'm going to get a quick precept in regards to how King David slew a bear and a lion. And that's exactly what the elder went into. Matter of fact, I'm going to play a clip of his video, and then I'll get the scriptures out, because this is very spiritual, man. All right, now you can see the video right here I got pulled up from GMS in Rome, Lions on Fire. Go ahead, subscribe, and watch this channel to be edified and exhorted. All right, so you see this video came out about 9 hours ago. I had the dream, I want to say a day or two ago. So I had the dream before this video even dropped, showing you that, hey, the Lord is sending a message, right? Let's play this.
Longest one I've ever seen.
Thank God you've got two turrets,
Look at this, man. You see these animals? Solid muscle. Look how huge these things are, man. All right. And the elder went on to say that in his video. He said, you're not supposed to be able to, normally defeat a bear with your average man strength. The reason why David defeated that bear and that lion, as well as Goliath, all right, and all his enemies, is through the power of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua. And that's one thing I admire about King David. When I first started coming into this truth, I was reading on King David, man. And one thing that struck me about him is just his faith. He had crazy faith, man. And that's why the Lord was fucking with David like that, man. He was dealing with him, man, because his faith in the Most High power, not himself. And that's how we got to come in these times we're coming into. We got to have that faith like King David, man. Believing on Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua. He's going to give us the power to get through Jacob's trouble. All right. Now I want to get a clip of, if I can find one, of a bear charging somebody because of her cubs, because that's a very intense sight to see a bear charging at you. All right, let's get that. Let me see if I can find a video and then we'll get the scriptures. All right, here's a clip that I found, of Esau out there fucking with the bears. Because you know how he is. He's a cunning hunter. He's always out there in nature messing with, the Lord's creation. But, here's a clip of a bear charging a man right here in Alaska. Just watch the intensity of how this bear is running towards him. Run. All right, I'm stopping right there. You see that right there? And you can't outrun a bear, man. Like bears, they run, pretty fast. And they're huge, man. They can climb trees. So if this is happening to you, you're going to have to face that situation. And that's exactly what's happening to us right now as the Israelites. We got Esau, Edom, all right, not a bear, but a red dragon coming at us, man. You see? And we don't have military might. We don't have military weaponry to defend ourselves. But what we do have is Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, the creator of all energy and existence. All right? You see what I'm saying? So that's what I saw in my dream, something like this. The bear charging at me like, like this. But yeah, we gotta stand our ground like King David. Matter of fact, let's get that scripture really quick. All right, so this is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 17, verse 33. All right, the example that the Lord gave us with King David. All right, this is when David was getting ready to fight a huge opponent, man, Goliath. All right, the champion of the Philistines, and the elder went into it in his video. I'm gonna cover it again. All right, for edification's sake. So this is when King David was talking to Saul. All right, because David was not a mighty looking dude, man, at that point in time. All right, he was a stripling, man. He was a unexperienced, young man getting ready to fight a huge, experienced, mighty warrior, man. All right, and people weren't on David's side. They were doubting him, man. That's one thing I hate, man. I hate when people doubt you. We all feel that, and they were doing that to David, man. They were telling him, oh, David, I don't think you can do it, man. Just fall back, David. David was like, man, fuck that. I got Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua on my side. I know what I can do through the Lord, right? So this is 1 Samuel 17, verse 33. And Saul said to David, thou art not able to go against this Philistine to fight with him, for thou art but a youth, and he a man of war from his youth. You see, he putting in that fucking doubt, trying to put that doubt in David's heart, and David wasn't going for that shit. And that's why the Lord loved David, man. All right, because he had total faith in Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, no matter what anybody was saying against him. And Saul was the king of Israel, telling him to fall back. All right, this is the type of faith that David had, man. And David said unto Saul, thy servant kept his father's sheep, and there came a lion and a bear, and took a lamb out of the flock. Okay, so King David is now giving Saul an example. All right, saying, look, man, King, I was watching over my father's sheep, and I came into a situation in which a bear and a lion came and took one of the sheep. You see, and let's see what he says next. And I went out after him and smote him and delivered it out of his mouth, And when he arose against me, I caught him by his beard and smote him and slew him. Okay? You see that? So King David was destroying mighty wild animals back then, man, through his faith, and he was a youth. That lets you know that there's a power working with David. You see? And we can do amazing things when we trust in Yahweh Shema Shai, to the point where we have spiritual power. You see? That had to be an act of spiritual power, man, for a young man, a young boy to destroy a lion or a bear. That's not normal. That's the power that we as Israelites have through faith in the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai. This is an example if you have the eyes to see and the ears to hear. Okay? It's the Lord that's behind us, man, defeating our enemies, not us. King David understood this at a young age, and he ran with it, man. And we're talking about him to this day. And that's why he's the earthly king of Israel, underneath Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Thy servant slew both the lion and the bear. Not just one, but both of them. That's the power of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai. All right? Nothing is impossible with the Lord behind us. Thy servant slew both the lion and the bear, and this uncircumcised Philistine shall be as one of them, seeing he have defied the armies of the living power. So there you go, man. King David was ready to go at Goliath and defeat Goliath, though all the carnal odds were stacked against him. Just like us in our situation. Here we are, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Samoan Indians in a lower state. All right. You know, and here it is, Esau, the so-called white man, and these heathens as well, are coming up against us. And even the 2/3 of our own people are coming up against us, man, in the time we're coming into. All right. We're staring Jacob's trouble right in the face. Jacob's trouble is like that bear, you know, across the way, charging at us. Either we can run, we can stand our ground and believe in Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. Now imagine you're in a situation with a bear chasing you. All right. You can't outrun him. So if you turn around and try to run, you're going to be destroyed. All right. We cannot show that type of fear when we're coming into the time we're coming into. We got to have complete confidence like King David in Yahweh Shema Shai. Speaking to myself first and foremost, it's time to get rid of that fear emotion. It's a normal thing. All right. But guess what? That comes with the flesh. We have to move in the spirit. Yeah, Esau's going to come with his armies, his mercenaries. It's going to be hell out here in these streets. People killing each other. Murder happening all around us. Women getting raped and killed. That's what we're getting ready to witness, man. People invading each other's homes for the lack of bread. That's Jacob's trouble, staring us right in the face. The persecution of the men of the Lord. Esau making it a law to where we can't preach the word anymore. We're staring that shit right in the face like King David. All right? That's how we got to come. Nothing less will do, man. Nothing less will do. Okay? So that's a message from the Most High, man. Yahweh Shema Shai, that the brother from the elder from GMS Dallas did this lesson. Because I just had a dream about this. Okay? And you already know the story. King David destroyed that big motherfucker, man, Goliath, and chopped his goddamn head off in the name of Yahweh Shema Shai. And that's how we gonna do Esau when he comes after us. Let's get a quick precept on that. All right, one of my favorites, all right? The book of Isaiah, chapter 59 and verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord Yahweh, Bashmi Shai, from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord Yahweh, Bashmi Shai, shall lift up a standard against him. What is it talking about? It's talking about when Esau brings his stormtroopers, all right? When he finally starts coming down on you Israelites, because that's what's coming. It could come in the form of, this election that's coming up here in November. All right. The Lord is stirring the pot with that. All right. These Edomites are getting, flustered up about this whole election thing, man. And it could be, an excuse for them to come after us. All right. Race wars, man. And, these Edomites are strapped to the teeth. OK, they got militaries and, the army behind their ass, man. They've been waiting to come and murder us Israelites. And this could very well be an excuse. But guess what? When they do that, all right, when martial law, is invoked and, however it happens, okay, The Lord said he's going to raise up a standard, meaning he's going to give his men, the power to defend themselves, man. And we believe it's going to be in the form of spiritual power. Men doing things that science can't explain. The Lord stepping in other words, and fighting our battles for us at that time. It's going to spook the shit out of these people, man. It's going to scare the shit out of these bastards when they see the Lord working through us. They're going to realize that we are the Israelites, that there is a power that fights for us. King David already knew this back then. This is our history. This is our heritage. What does it say? Things are written aforetime for our learning. We're getting this knowledge in these last days that us as the Israelites, we have Yahweh Bashmi Yahushua behind us, man. We can overcome all obstacles through him. It tells you that in Philippians 4 verse 13. And these Christians, they read that scripture and they just kind of gloss over it. They think about worldly things like, oh, I can do all things through Christ. You know what I'm saying? That weak ass Christian spirit. No, we're gonna need this power. We're gonna need the Lord in this time, man. We ain't talking about getting a business off of the ground. That's how they use the scripture for. They use it for like little stupid carnal shit. We talking about overcoming governments, man. Moving mountains, as it says in the scriptures. But let's get Philippians 4 verse 13 really quick. Here it is right here, the book of Philippians chapter 4 verse 13. Since I mentioned it, I can do all things through Hamashiach, which strengtheneth me. And who is Hamashiach? Who's the anointed? That's what that word Christ means. It's not his name. That's just a title. And in the Hebrew is Hamashiach, man, or the Messiah. All right. And it says that we can do all things through Yahushua, because guess what? Yahushua is our connector to the power, man. Yahweh. You see, we got Yahushua, on our side, man. Those that are covered under the blood of Yahushua, he goes into the Father, man. It tells you that in the scriptures as well. If we ask anything in his name, that will he do, because he goes into the Father. He is our connecting piece to Yahweh, the creator of all energy and existence. The one who created that damn bear and that lion. The one who created Goliath and the Philistines. The one who created Esau, Edom, and his militaries. All right? When we're connected with that power through Yahushua, who the fuck is going to come up against us, man? If the Lord is dealing with us, and we're his chosen people, and we didn't repent it, and we have his name and his son's name, come on, man. We got to have that confidence like King David, no matter what it looks like. And I've said this in lessons before, man, fuck what it looks like. You have to have that mentality. You can't let your eyes, your carnal eyes, the things that you see with your eyes up, instill fear in you in the times we're coming into. We have to go ahead and just ball that up and throw it away. Whatever fear and anxiety you got, ball it up like a piece of paper and throw that shit away. You can't have it on you in the time we're coming into. All right. You can't have it. Point blank, period. You got to have complete faith in the Lord, man. Speaking to myself first and foremost. All right. We got to overcome our fears, man. Fuck that. Esau's wrong. He's clearly wicked. All right. And we're serving the Most High power, man. You see? So come on, man. It's written that we get the victory over these devils anyway. Do you believe that or not? If so, let's go into this thing with confidence, man, because Jacob's trouble is coming. All right, here it is right here. Another one. Isaiah 41 verse 14. Fear not. The Lord tells you, man, don't fucking be afraid when these devils come after us, man. Yeah, your flesh might feel a type of way, but you're going to have to remember these scriptures, man, and remember, all right? Fear not, thou worm, Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith the Lord Yahweh, Bashmi Yahushua, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. The Lord's going to redeem us from our strong enemies. All right? You see, the Lord don't deal with quote-unquote fair fights, man. All the fights that get the recognition, in our history, it was an underdog story, should I say. King David versus Goliath. That didn't like no fair fight. This dude Goliath was a man of war since his young age, and he was fucking huge. All right? King David was just a herder of sheep. A young man, a young boy at that. And he won. The Lord don't deal with quote unquote fair fights, man. Ain't no weight classes with Yahweh Bashmi Yahushua. All right? You see? That's how he operates, man. to show his strength through the weak. Right? We are weak, but he is strong, man. That's why he calls us worms, man. He said, Jacob, thou worm. A worm is a defenseless creature. All right? But guess what? He's going to show the whole world that he's dealing with us by giving power to that defenseless creature. Right? You see? And we're the defenseless creature right now, man, carnally speaking, in the eyes of the world. But they finna have their minds blown. Because the very next verse says this: behold, it means look here. I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth. Meaning we finna bite down on these bastards, man. All right. Thou shalt thresh the mountains, all right, the governments, and beat them small, and shall make the hills as chaff. You're going to beat them to powder, man. This is what the Lord has purposed for his men, his chosen men, his elect men. All right. This is what the scriptures say about the Israelites in these last days, man. The Lord is going to turn us into a sharp threshing instrument. He's going to change us into something else that's going to be feared in the earth, man. Something that Esau's armies and militaries can't stand to. It's going to be something extraordinary. It's going to be something spiritual going on at that point in time, man. And we just got to have the faith in what's written, the faith in the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to go into this thing with confidence, man. Like King David going into battle against Goliath, getting the victory when it seemed like it was an unfair fight. We're in that same predicament, man. Next verse, let's see what it say. Thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away, and the whirlwind shall scatter them. All right, and the whirlwind goes into the chariots of the Lord, man. The Lord gonna send help from on high, man. The angels, and we see them all the time. Man, the angels are around, man, and Esau knows about the angels, man. Esau knows that these angels are around us, man, protecting us throughout our day. How much more in the time of Jacob's trouble? All right, when Esau, the wicked, comes after the righteous seed of the Lord, man. All right. It says, thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away, and the whirlwind shall scatter them. And thou shalt rejoice in the Lord Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, and shall glory in the Holy One of Israel. We're going to get the victory. The Lord going to show his power through us, and we're going to be rejoicing like, call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You done came through just like you said. All right, that's how we going to be in that time, man. We seeing it right now. We seeing it right now. You got to have the vision, man. You got to have the vision. All right. Because when it happens, we're going to recall these scriptures, man. You got to see yourself getting a victory over Esau, man. The wicked, who the Lord hates. The Lord ain't finna help them. The Lord ain't finna let them murder his elect, man, who have turned their heart back unto him. Nah, man. It ain't going down that way. Especially those who got faith in the Lord, man. We got to be amongst those men that have that extreme faith. The 144,000 will. And Lord willing, us men are that number. Okay? The Lord's getting ready to get active out here through his men. So here's an account of courage, all right, in the book of First Maccabees, chapter 3, starting verse 17, which is, some books that you need to read, especially in the times we're coming into. The book of the First Maccabees and Second Maccabees, when Israel went against these Greeks, all right, where we defeated the heathens, you know what I'm saying? Through faith in the Lord, you know what I mean? We won many battles through faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And this is a story of courage, man, and trusting in the Lord. It's not about what we can do physically. It's about what the Lord gonna do through us, man. So this is First Maccabees chapter 3 and verse 17. Who, when they saw the host coming to meet them, all right, the army was coming after them, right, said unto Judas, all right, his men was like, yo, how we gonna do this, right? How shall we be able, being so few, to fight against so great a multitude and so strong, seeing we are ready to faint with fasting all this day? And that's us in this situation. All right, we're getting ready to go up against the rest of the world, man. Like I said, including the 2/3 of our own people that are against us. So not just Esau and these heathens, but even the 2/3 of our own people who are wicked, man, they coming against us. Some of our families are going to come up against us, as it says in the scriptures. A man's foe should be they of his own household. All right. All these situations are coming at us full speed ahead, like that bear charging us. All right. And the bear in that video clip, seemed very intimidating, right? And that's what they were saying right here in this situation. Judas's men, all right, Judas Maccabees, his men were like, yo, how we gonna win against this army? We only have a few men. They have a huge multitude. and we tired. You know, we've been fasting. We're weak. All right. And Esau has worn us down. All right. It says he shall wear out the saints in the book of Daniel. We're worn out, man, being in this society, man. All right. But we still going to get the victory. And it says right here in verse 18, unto whom Judas answered, it is no hard matter for many to be shut up in the hands of a few. And with the Most High of heaven, all right, and with the power of heaven, it is all one to deliver with a great multitude or a small company. So Judas was telling his men, it don't matter the numbers, man. Stop looking at the goddamn numbers. Remember who we work for, man. If the Most High be for us, who could be against us, right? That's the talk that Judas was giving his men, bringing that into remembrance. It don't matter the numbers, man. The Lord, if he's on your side, it don't matter if it's 1,000,000 to 1. If the Lord is with that one is going to overcome. All right. For the victory of battle standeth not in the multitude of an host, but strength cometh from heaven. You see that? The victory is going to come from Yahweh Basham Yahushua, not us. All right. And it don't matter how many motherfuckers are coming up against us, man. It don't matter how many tanks, how many, drones, laser weapons. All right. Whatever they don't matter what they got, man. If the Lord is with us, which he is. All right. He woke us up to this truth, not for no reason. Right. He's with us. All right. If he's with us, then who can be against us, man? I said it again. All right. That's the mentality that we must have, man. You must have it. It's not an option. It's not an option coming into the time we're coming into. The enemy is coming. We are outnumbered. We are outgunned carnally. But we had the truth. We had the Holy Spirit. They come against us in much pride and iniquity to destroy us and our wives and children and to spoil us. That's how they coming up against us, are they not? They finna come after us, man. Esau, this damn devil, the so-called white man, is finna come after you Israelites, man. And if you are not connected to the power of all heaven and earth, then you're gonna fall in this time, man. The best thing that we can do as Israelite men, you know, those of you that got families and wives and children and all that, is to stand stiff for Yahweh Basham Yahushua and to remain faithful and wait for the victory. It says, but we fight for our lives and our laws, and that's what we're doing. They're trying to condemn the scriptures, man. They're trying to condemn the ways of Yahweh Basham Yahushua in this society. They're trying to demonize the ways of the Lord, man, which are righteousness. You see? And we're going to have to take a stand. All right? We can't back down, man. You back down, that's you turning your back on the Lord, man. A lot of Israelites are going to back down in the time we're coming into. Those who proclaim to be in the faith, we're going to see in this time we're coming into. Many Israelites that have on the fringes and whatnot, they think it's a game. They think it's a joke. They think it's about, having a good time and, being seen in the eyes of men. A lot of these women out here that are involved in this truth, they think it's just about being seen and being noticed and recognized. They think it's a cute thing. All right. Nah, it's way deeper than that, man. These devils are trying to stomp out our way of life, man. They're trying to sever us off from the connection that we have with Yahweh Basham Yahushua forever. That's what they're trying to do. It tells you that in Psalms 83. They want to cut off Israel from being a nation. We got to fight, man. We can't just get stomped out, man. The Lord, he won't even allow that, man. So, Lord willing, we're those men who are deemed to stand up in these last days to get the victory like King David got the victory over Goliath, man. I got to bring this out real quick. I got a couple more. We're going to close it, but I want to bring this out. This is Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 5. Trust in the Lord Yahweh Basham Yahushua with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. We got to throw off that carnal way of thinking, man. We've been programmed to think carnally, all right? But now the Lord is strengthening our spirits in these last days to think spiritually, all right? You see what I'm saying? We can't be looking at the enemy like, oh, man, there are too many of them. We can't. Nah, lean not into your own understanding. Trust in the Lord with all your mind, with all your heart. Trust that he can defend you. Trust that's Trust what's written in the prophecy that we get the victory, man, through Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That's it. All right. I did a lesson talking about the helmet of salvation. We're only looking at salvation, man. Nothing else. And that's how you got to be in the fight, man. When you're in a fight, you got to think about winning. You can't be afraid to get hit. All right. You got to already take into account that you might get hit, but you got to remain fighting, man. You got to continue to push forward, man. You give up, you get scared and turn your back, your ass is dead, man. All right. We're too deep into this thing, man, to turn our backs on what's coming, man. Fuck that. There's nowhere to run. All right. The only option is to overcome through Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Deuteronomy chapter 20 and verse 4. We brought this out in the sit down that we did recently here at GMS Denver. Now it says, for the Lord Yahweh, for the Lord Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, your power is he that goeth with you to fight for you against your enemies to save you. All right. You see that? That is the concept that we're trying to push very heavily here at Great Millstone. A lot of these other Israelite groups ain't pushing this concept, man. They're more worried about other things, man, that aren't conducive to winning this battle against evil, man, that we're coming into. That we're already fighting on a spiritual level, but it's finna get carnal, man. And we're gonna overcome the carnal battle through the spiritual. Because Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is gonna step in on our behalf, man, to defeat our enemies and to save us from our strong enemies. I got one more, we're gonna close it. The book of 1 John chapter 4 and verse 4. We'll close with this. Ye are of the Most High, little children, and have overcome them. Past tense. All right. Because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. The spirit that we got, the spirit that we have within us is greater than any motherfucker out here in this world, man. All right. We got something special inside of us. And, you know, you got to know this. You got to understand this fact. Those of you that have the Holy Spirit, Lord willing, he keep his spirit upon us. That's going to overcome the world, man. And the whole world's going to see the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai working through his men. And when he sends his son Yahweh Shai back to destroy wickedness out of the earth. That's what's happening right now. We're on the winning team. So remember that, man. So I'm going to end it right there. Just a quick lesson I want to do through the spirit because I had that dream, right? We got to stand our ground and wait for the salvation of the Lord, man. Wait for that power. It's coming, all right? I'm in it right there. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rachah, Kodash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushai, and Kwame Asharala and the Bible Shalom.